Today's tale: The Winged Cat. Throughout human history, the image of the winged feline has persisted. From ancient deities to modern fictional constructs, this archetype resonates with a power that transcends time. Tonight we examine the documented evidence, the historical records, and the cultural phenomena that contribute to the enduring enigma of the winged cat. Let's begin with the cultural record. While fantastical, the presence of winged cats in pop culture is undeniable. As early as the 1960s, the animated series Whiskers featured a character with avian attributes, a depiction that, while whimsical, taps into a deeper cultural fascination. The fantasy art of Boris Vallejo in the 1980s presented winged felines with a level of anatomical detail, suggesting a deliberate attempt to visualize a creature beyond simple imagination. The Catwings children's book series, published in the 1980s and 90s, explored the concept of winged cats in a narrative context, embedding the image within a broader cultural narrative. Popular video games such as Phantasy Star further perpetuated the image, albeit through a digital lens. The inclusion of winged feline characters suggests a continued interest in this archetype across various media. In the video game Luna from 1992, two support characters, Ruby and Nao, resemble flying felines. Even within the established mythos of Marvel Comics, winged cats serve as symbolic entities, often associated with powerful or mystical forces. So what about history? The concept of the winged cat creature can be seen in depictions across ancient cultures and civilizations. In some depictions, these felines are presented as more than domesticated animals, but as guides or even gods. In Egyptian mythology, the Bastet, a cat-headed goddess, was associated with the sky and flight. In cultures like the Sumerian, Mesopotamian, Akkadians, Persian, and Scythian, winged cats' bodies with bird heads featured in art and lore and folklore alike. A famous example of this is the Akbars, a winged snow leopard. Another famous example of feline and avian hybrids is that of the griffin. In 79 AD, Gallius Plinius Secundus, or Pliny the Elder as fondly known by the English, was a Roman author, navy commander, and natural philosopher. He spoke of creatures such as the winged cat. Though this early mention is worth noting, it is also important to stipulate that, like many philosophers, Pliny blended tales of folklore with unusual findings. Finally, the Bat Cat is our final excerpt from history, and an interesting depiction from 17th century China. As we have uncovered, the winged cat haunts the edges of folklore and reality, whispered about in old tales and strange sightings around the world. But is this creature just a shadow born from our imagination? Or could there be something real, something unnatural, hiding in plain sight? The first recorded sighting of a winged cat in modern history was by Henry David Thoreau in 1842 in England. Thoreau described encountering a dark brownish grey cat with white socks, a bushy tail, and an unusual set of what appeared to be wings. In 1868, reports of a flying cat began circulating in India. The creature was reportedly shot and later exhibited by the Bombay Asiatic Society. Some claimed it was a cat, while others believed it to be a misidentified fox. In 1899, a kitten named Tej Wilverscombe was documented, though details of the account remain unclear. A 19th century custody battle also drew attention when separated partners fought over the ownership of one winged cat, considered a prized possession. Neither party was willing to part with the animal, which led to notable legal dispute. Further cases were recorded in England, where winged cats were exhibited in 1894 and again in 1897. In 1899, a cat show judge was quoted in London's Strand magazine, describing a winged cat with two appendages growing from its back, resembling wings. These were noted to be gristly in texture, similar to the developing wings of a young bird before feathers appear. The wings reportedly measured around 8 inches in length and were positioned exactly where a bird's wings would be. Additional sightings were documented throughout the 20th century, particularly between 1930 and 2000. One of the most notable cases occurred in 1933 when the Oxford Zoo exhibited a black and white winged cat. In his 1989 book, Mystery Cats of the World, Dr. Carl Schucker referenced these bizarre and unexplained cases. In more recent times, there have been a number of additional reports, one of which came from Russia in 2004, where a ginger cat was tragically drowned by superstitious villagers who believed that the animal was associated with witchcraft. Another case emerged in 2007 from Sichuan province in China. A cat named Tom was documented to have developed wings, not from birth but after allegedly experiencing extreme stress. In 2009, another winged cat was reported in China, with the story appearing on MSNBC. Finally, the most recent known case occurred in 2011, involving a winged cat aptly named Akbaz from Russia. Spotting animals in the midst of evolution or adaptation is no easy task. Yet one fascinating example comes from New Zealand, the kiwi bird. Once capable of flight, the kiwi now bears only tiny, almost hidden wings, a remnant of a time when it soared through the skies. To scientists, those stunted wings are undeniable proof of its airborne past. Could the same be true for our mysterious winged cats? I'll leave that for you to decide. Until next time on Untold Oddities, please like, comment and subscribe.